without you. I can breathe without you. Tell me, what can I do? 'Cause I can live without you. I can breathe without you. Take my heart, take my mind. I give you my soul. I want you to take control. 'Cause I've tried it. I've tried it on my own. I can live without you. I can breathe without you.
This is a true story. Her name was Myra. Beautiful Myra. Made in tears, perfected in pain, she was the triple B. Bruised, battered, broken. Her existence was not life, but its perversion. Bearing just enough semblance to the real thing to keep on believing, but deep down she knew the truth. She was a ghost. She longed for love, fought and lost, paid the cost, all for naught, because you see, love is not something you take. It's given. Beyond the thoughts, it's action. It's proven. They say when you're confused, follow your heart, but they don't tell you what to do when your heart is broken in 1,000 pieces. Which part do you follow? What do you do when those pieces are flung in different directions like the four corners of the cross? One part chasing the dad who left when she was 5, seeking approval she'll never get. Swearing never to love anyone else the way she loved them, including that guy she never met. Another part seeking the God she'd heard about but never felt, wondering if he even knew she existed. She was a pastor's kid. She knew the word, but she didn't know the Lord. Sometimes the pain would subside and she would distract herself with the letters of men who wrote about freedom in a mystery. They spoke of the sun. They called him the sun. But all she knew were dark nights and clouded skies. Their words were good, in theory. But the reality of her life was that she was a criminal. With fear as her jailer, shackles of hatred and locks of solid shame, she knew better than to deceive herself. There was no freedom here. Sometimes she'd caught herself in the hopes that the agony of her mind, the agony of her flesh would drown out the voices of her mind. There was no freedom here. She needed a prison break that even Michael Scofield would have found impossible to pull off. Because her prison was her mind and only God had the blueprint. She was tired. She was at the end of her rope. When her legs gave way, she went on her knees and with a heart full of pain, she cried, "Help me. Please, help me."
Show me your face. Fill up the space. My word needs you right now. My word needs you right. I can escape being afraid. My word needs you right now. Fill us with you right now. Power come down. Bring with a sound that points us to you right now. Erase substitute right now. Fix what I see. And Lord, fix me. My word needs you right now. Fill us with you right now.
Can you hear me? Please. You're supposed to care. They say you do. Don't know if that's true, but just see me through. She had always felt like God was a babysitter that was always on the phone, but there must have been something in the cry of her soul, because this time he actually spoke. He told her that he was ready to wash away the sorrow, sadness, and pain that has been the foundation to her makeup. He was ready to give her life such a face beat that even her problems will recognize her, translate her from darkness to light till they no longer know where to find her. He promised to mend the broken pieces of her heart and keep her in perfect peace, if and only if she'll let him. It was the best offer she ever had, so why not? That was the day she bore witness to the departure of clouds. She dared to step in the sun. She dared to live in his light. And even though she heard her past walking behind her, whispering her secret, she knew that this light that made her brave would hide her from his darkness. So she stopped just long enough to bid Mr. Past welcome to his funeral and kept walking right on, because this time she had found perfect love.
I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God.
Now, even though she had managed to destroy her relationship with the past, she still had to deal with the side effects of that unholy communion. She had to kill the unwanted spiritual babies left behind from that previous association with dead things now buried. So the hungry mouth of failures' offspring met the dry breast of this Christian. She put those babies on a fast, denied them the milk of her mind. She said no to guilt and jealousy. Even her old friend poverty could no longer sit on the cushions of her mind. They were too expensive for her. I said even her old friend poverty could no longer sit on the cushions of her mind. They were too expensive for him. She refused to let the progeny of lesser days crown themselves indicators of her destiny. She understood that she could not afford to submit her future to the discretion of her past. So every day she gave her mind a bath. Meditating on 2 Corinthians 5:17, she knew that all things are passed away and the life that she lived now was completely new. With Hebrews 13:15 teaching her to offer thanksgiving and songs of praise, which is the fruit of her lips. Letting the cool waters of Jeremiah 29:11 flow over her, reminding her that God has plans to give her hope and a future, rejoicing. When Psalm 16:11 told her that that future was full of life, joy, and pleasure. So now, she has confidence in his word. And even though inflationary times may seem to escalate the price of her dreams, she knows that when Christ died on that cross, he picked up the bill. She doesn't have to pay a thing. When Christ died on that cross, he picked up the bill, so she doesn't have to pay a thing. She passed through the fire, but the fourth man was with her, so only her bonds were not burnt. Tried but not consumed, now she shines like gold. Call her Queen Myra of the dynasty of Yahweh. She hails from Zion, that place where they don't fail. Now when those same demons hear her name, they go on their knees and say, "Oh, hail."
I'm free indeed, in Christ I'm free indeed. No chains upholding me, in Christ I choose to be. Yes, I'm free indeed, in Christ I'm free indeed. No chains upholding me, in Christ I choose to be. I'm free indeed.
Free from the
In
shame,
Christ I am free.
free from the pain,
No pains upholding
free
me.
from the darkness,
In Christ I
free
choose
to live
be.
for him. Thank you.
Amen.